Okay, we've had the new parts come through the fabrication process. We'll have them with us for the next Grand Prix.
It's race day in Budapest as we get ready for another round of Formula One action. We're not expecting too many retirements at this circuit. There are plenty of current and former drivers with flawless finish rates here. In particular, Ralf Schumacher, who made it across the line in all 10 of his Hungarian Grand Prix starts. 14 corners then for our drivers to navigate at the 2.7-mile Hungaro ring today. It's 6 lefts and 8 rights around a lap here, with average speeds in the region of 120 miles per hour. Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Oscar Piastri lines up on pole position, and Lando Norris lines up alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Russell, Hamilton, Perez, Ricciardo, Verstappen, Stroll, Joe, Helga, Ocon, Gasly, Albon, Tsunoda, Daniel, Leclerc, Liam Lawson, Sargent, Bottas, and Kevin Magnussen fills the last spot on the grid. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out then. Let's see who can prevail today. And with me today, of course, is Anthony Davidson. Can we start by having a chat about Sergio Perez? That was a great win in the last race, but can they keep that momentum going into this weekend?
There are never any guarantees in this business, but certainly the performance last time out would have boosted their confidence coming into this one.
Okay, so everything looks good on the power unit cycles, so let's concentrate on bringing tyres and brakes up to temperature. Battery charge is high, let's use that overtake button a bit more. Gap to the car in front is 1.7 seconds. We're looking at some imminent gearbox issues, I'm afraid. Watch out for jams and misgears.
In Budapest then, and what a victory it is after an incredible Grand Prix. Well, Anthony Davidson, a resounding victory today, but what set them apart from the rest?
I feel like consistency was probably the key today. There's being quick, and then there's being quick lap after lap after lap. If you can do that, you can capitalise on other people's errors without making many of your own. And that's an approach that can push you a long way up the field.
As the winners make their way up to the podium, one can only imagine the celebrations that will take place at McLaren tonight. Congratulations to everyone on the team, securing the win and proving that they're a force to be reckoned with out on the track. So let's review the updated driver standings. Oscar Piastri will be very happy with that result as he extends his championship lead. So, Anthony Davidson, who would you rank as your driver of the day?
I think for driver of the day, I'd probably pick Lando Norris. He lived up to every inch of his reputation today, and I think he'll be going home, quite rightly, a bit proud of himself.
It's time to check out the constructors' standings. McLaren continue to increase their gap at the top. Well, what an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.
The contract renewal window has opened. We can try and renegotiate for a better deal with our current team, or approach someone else.
Our new parts have completed without issue. They'll be on the car ready for the next race weekend. Okay, we've had the new parts come through the fabrication process. We'll have them with us for the next Grand Prix. You handled that well. Thank you.
Okay, we've only got 1 lap of fuel remaining. Here's a quick position rundown for you. The top 5 are Russell, Hamilton, Leclerc, Piastri and Norris. Okay, so as for the cars around us, just ahead are Zhu, Lawson and Stroll. And we're in front of Verstappen, Ocon and Gasly. The fastest lap at this point in time is a 1:10.3. Sorry, we can't provide you with that information right now.
For years, the passionate Dutch fans have been easy to find trackside in races across Europe. Here this weekend, it's even easier to find the Dutch fans as they have a race to call their own once again. A warm welcome to all of our viewers in the Netherlands and around the globe, of course, as we get underway for the Dutch Grand Prix. Zandvoort circuit then, 14 corners, 10 to the right and 4 to the left, with plenty of steep camber and elevation changes to keep our drivers on their toes throughout the 2.6-mile lap. And watch out for cars making use of the DRS zone into turn 1 to attempt an overtake. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks like for today's race. George Russell will begin today's event in pole position, and Lewis Hamilton completes the front row. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Norris, Oscar Piastri, Leclerc, Perez, Liam Lawson, Ricciardo, Verstappen, Tsunoda, Zhou, Albon, Stroll, Gasly, Bottas, Daniel, Ocon, Helga, Magnussen and Logan Sargent. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track where preparations are underway.
Launch map is good, but we need to learn the gears, so go into each one when you can. We're going to need some work on the brakes, so put some energy into them and warm the tyres as well, please. That start was okay. Now stay alert for threats around you. The underbody's taken a little damage, just watch out for it. Okay, DRS will be enabled this lap. You can use it when you're within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone. Okay, I've got information on Joe for you. They've got an issue with their car, they're going to be slow. We're in danger of running out of fuel before the end of this race. Start being a little conservative with the remaining fuel, please. That means lifting off the throttle and letting the car coast to the braking points. Okay, we've got a full course caution. The safety car's out. Keep an eye on the delta. We need to keep it positive to avoid a penalty. Slow down, maintain positive delta. Okay. All right. We can get a nice advantage here. Let's have a think about how we handle the rest of this race. Feels a bit like deja vu here, but it's a good opportunity to get this start spot on. Come on. Okay, the underbody's taken some damage. You might start to notice it soon. Great manoeuvre. You made it look so easy. P10, you're currently in P10. Zhu ahead. Less than a second separates you. They're on a fresh set of inters. They've got some kind of mechanical problem. Bottas is behind you. They're on a fresh set of inters. Okay, gap to leader, 3.5 seconds. All right, 31 laps to go now. Okay, listen, don't worry about it, mate. It can happen to the best of us. Now look, I've put a new strategy option for you in the MFD, so go and have a look. Okay, red flag, mate, red flag. No overtaking, please. We'll see you in the pit lane. We've done all right so far, but this is a chance to take a breath. We've got another half of this race to go, and there's still a big opportunity there. Out there. Again. And some information on Leclerc. Okay, they're slowing down. It seems like there's some kind of problem with their car. There's serious damage to the underbody. Repeat, serious damage to the underbody. Virtual safety car deployed. Slow down and maintain a positive delta. Virtual safety car is deployed. Right, drop your speed. Our delta's too low and we're going to risk a penalty. Slow your pace immediately. The underbody's taken some damage. Expect some significant impact to performance, I'm afraid. Tyre condition still looking good. Okay, you're doing well out there. Keep it up. We're looking at about 10 more minutes of rain. 10 minutes. Inters seem to be the fastest tyre for now. Virtual safety car is ending. Maintain your pace until we get the green flags. VSC ending. Wait for the greens. Green flag. Be warned, the floor is now critically damaged. Okay, this is good. You're catching the car ahead. Okay, the stewards have now enabled DRS. DRS is now online. There's a new strategy available on the MFD. Okay, copy that. let's use overtake and burn off some of this energy. Okay, let's go now. Come on. Perfect job from you and the crew there, mate. We're delighted with that. Look after these tyres now. You want to finish the race on this compound. Yuki is in the pits. Yuki in the pit lane now. Okay, so the gap to the car ahead, 11.9 seconds. That's 8th place, you're in 8th place. It's Verstappen ahead. Okay, gap to the car ahead is 11.8 seconds. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. Leclerc behind. Less than a second separates you. They're on old mediums. The distance to the leader is 37.6 seconds. Okay, mate, final lap. Keep your concentration and let's bring it home. Right, we've got enough fuel for 3 more laps. Our gap to the car in front is 13.5 seconds.
And Mercedes have pulled off a great victory here today. Anthony Davidson, what helped them deliver this result, do you think?
I really feel the track layout combined with the track temperatures we saw today suited their car. These cars come alive when the tyres are just at the right temperature, and the driver did a great job managing that as well. They just look so comfortable out there. It's like anything, it always looks so easy when it all just clicks.
And I can see the drivers starting to approach the podium for the victory celebrations. A real team victory today. Everybody played their part. Congratulations then to Mercedes, your race winners. Let's have a look then at the drivers' standings. Well, it wasn't the best weekend for our championship leader, and their advantage at the top has been reduced. Well, after an incredible day of racing, who was your driver of the day, Ant?
There's a few contenders, but George Russell definitely stood out, I think. A really solid drive from him today, and one I'm sure the fans enjoyed.
Let's move on to the constructors. McLaren continue to increase their gap at the top. There was also a strong showing from the Mercedes team today, as they make their way up the standings. It's been an absolutely wild weekend of Formula One action, and I can't wait to see what's next.
We had a major issue on the production line earlier this week. So the entire development package for the weekend, thanks for handling that.